Gordon, thank you for being here. I remember the Rover sporting dinner. How much are you enjoying being back at Ewood Park?
Well, it's always special. It was one of my clubs, as you may be aware. I played with all the Bees, with Bolton Wanderers, Birmingham City, Blackburn Rovers, and then my last club in England was with Bury. And then I had a summer in '77 with Vancouver Whitecaps, which was a bit special, especially when we played New York Cosmos, because it was Pele's last season. We had a capacity crowd at Vancouver at the Empire Stadium, and we beat them 5-3, so it was a bit special, because after 20 minutes we were 3-0 up. Thought I'd died and gone to heaven. Knocked 3 crosses in for Derek Posse, and they had not just Pele, they had Beckenbauer, they had the right full back from Brazil, and they had Italians. They were just packed full of stars, really.
Yeah. You had a really memorable career, didn't you? And none more so Blackburn Rovers. What are your memories of your times here?
Blackburn Rovers, yeah. Particularly Jim Smith bought me. Had a good 6 years at Birmingham. We got promotion from the second division, as it was known then, into the top division, and that was special. And then things didn't work out in so much as the manager, Freddie Goodwin, had gone, and then I knew I was available for the same price that Birmingham paid for me, £15,000. So that's what Blackburn paid. So Birmingham got the money back, so that was for some good service. And then Jim Smith got me and David Wagstaff from Wolves on deadline day, March '76. They were struggling. They'd been promoted the year before, and we moved them up the table, and I had 2 great years here. Really enjoyed it. Ironically or coincidentally, Jim Smith, then when he left the club, he went to Birmingham, my old club, and we got Jim Eiley. Not quite in the same class as Jim Smith.
And I'm sure there'll be fans here that remember those days.
Yeah, I hope so.
And there's fans here.
Well, I'm 78 now, so maybe it might be a few, yeah.
Well, we've got memories that I'll remember the Rovers group. They go back, I think, to the 1940s, so I'm sure you'll find a couple of people.
Yeah, that's right. I really enjoyed my time when I came down here speaking to them. And so this is the second time I'll have met quite a few of the same people tonight.
So like you say, you came down to one of I remember the Rovers meetings earlier this year. What was that like for you?
That was great, yeah. It was question and answers, and I remember the interviewer who's here tonight saying, I think I'll just let you get on with it. Yeah, I enjoyed it that much. Yeah, it did overrun a bit.
Like you say, once you moved to Blackburn, you came up to the northwest, and you've lived here ever since, and you're quite a regular down here, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. It's all my old clubs have been great since I retired, and particularly Bolton Wanderers and Birmingham. It's nice when their fixtures alternate, so I can go one to see Bolton, then next week to see Blackburn, and Birmingham have asked me down as well, and Bury is now getting sorted, so I'm hoping to see Bury now that they've sorted the problems out.
You were here a couple of weeks ago, weren't you, to help celebrate our 5,000th league match, and you were back out on the pitch at Ewood Park. What was it like to get that reception?
Yeah, that was really special. I was at Bolton when they played the last game at Burnham Park, and to be at Blackburn when they got the 5,000th game was great, and particularly to see some old colleagues who I've known well and are good friends, and John Byram in particular was great to see him here as well. So it was a very special day. It's particularly made even better when we won the game.
Like you say, we beat Middlesbrough. What have you made to our start to the season?
Sorry?
We beat Middlesbrough on that day. What have you made to Rover start to the season?
Yeah, it's been a bit mixed, because they always threaten to do well. Sometimes they leave themselves open a bit at the back. They've got some youngsters in the team, but I think when they mature, I think there's a lot of potential good talent.
And you're looking forward to what John Dole Thomason will do that young team, I presume?
It was good to see them win at Queen's Park Rangers, because otherwise mentally it can get to people, but that was a good win, So it was great to have that before the international break, and I hope that does them a lot of good.
And finally, how much are you looking forward to speaking to everyone here and talking about everyone's memories of Rovers fans and all the history that this club's had?
I'm a big believer in the legacy of the game. I love that. I love getting memorabilia, and I was with the PFA, and I love being part of the process of having a national football museum ever since I'd been with the England team to Yugoslavia when Red Star Belgrade had a fantastic museum, and the centrepiece was the Busby Babes, because that's where they played their last game before the Munich air crash. So that was very poignant, and I felt then that we should do more of that. And to be here tonight and see the memorabilia from olden days, there's one special one when I was playing on the Ashton-under-Lyne I'm from, and we played on the recreation ground. And one day they started building there, and one of the builders was a bricklayer who came to show us a cup winners medal, and it was his grandfather's, John Roscamp, and he's now got the medal on display here. He scored in the 1928 cup final against Huddersfield, and it was one of the quickest goals ever scored at Wembley. So it was fantastic circle when I was able to come here and see the very same medal I've looked at as a youngster, when he said to all of us, I hope in the future one of you lads gets a cup winners medal. That was always my aim. I had 3 semi-finals but never made a final, but it was lovely to see the medal again.
It's a lovely story. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.